Some may see him as Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield or perhaps the fresh-faced Tom Holland. But out of all these Spider-Man movies, which is the best? I believe that Spider-Man Homecoming is the best film adaptation of our favorite spider hero, and here's why. In the first Spider-Man trilogy, directed by Sam Raimi, we are introduced to a whiny Peter Parker and a boring Spider-Man played by Tobey Maguire. In the Amazing Spider-Man movies, directed by Mark Webb, we meet a lonely, angsty Peter and a slightly better, funnier hero, but altogether not great. Both two actors were too old for their parts, making it much harder for them to become the teenage hero and convince the audience that this Spider-Man is a 16-year-old in high school. Tom Holland was almost made for the character of Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Agreed upon in an article written by Caitlin Bush, she writes, "In Homecoming, Peter is quick to react to situations with a bit of awkward flailing, a lot of babbling, and some characteristic talking to himself."
Hey man, what's up, Mr. Stark?
Kid, where'd you come from?
A field trip to Nova!
Tom Holland looks young too. He was just 19 in his appearance as Spider-Man in 2015's Captain America: Civil War. The audience can find it much more believable when they see a young-looking Peter Parker on the screen. Stan Lee even once said in a tweet, "I think Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. He's the exact height and age I envisioned when I first wrote Spider-Man." All the previous movies hit drama perfectly. Not that that is a good thing. You see, the drama went overboard in the previous Spider-Man films, and there was too much overacting. Holland was able to deliver a performance that doesn't go overboard, unlike the older movies. Peter Parker can be goofy and cheesy, but also serious and intelligent. Tom Holland showed us this in a way that makes it feel natural. He drops jokes while webbing up the villains.
More handsome in person. Iron Man! Hey, what are you doing robbing a bank? You're a billionaire.
Stumbles over his words when talking to his crush.
I almost died.
No, I just mean that it was not cool, especially.
Determined to prove his worth to the bigger heroes.
I just wanted to be like you.
And I wanted you to be better.
Minus the villains and superheroes, this is everything your everyday teenager goes through at some point. And because Tom Holland delivers it in such an instinctive way, it's more believable and allows the audience to connect. Neither Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield were bad at the time, but it wasn't perfect. They were missing a substantial part that Holland met and perfected. Tom Holland fits the role of Spider-Man so well because he isn't overdramatic with the acting, looks the part, and is able to carry out a performance that the audience can find relatable.